Get ready for the dictation. Start. The strict repression of all feelings carries with it very strong psychological reactions prevented from having his say. The most foolish young enthusiast who could be laughed out of his views in a week or so if we were granted the privilege of free discussion begins to harden like metal poured into a mold. He becomes a potential martyr, and no danger is too great for him so long as he can strike a blow at the monstrous thing that is oppressing him. Stop. On the other hand, persons who delight in cool reason and abhor fanaticism, who tend towards the comic view of life, have a contempt for the absurd panics and the clumsy, preposterous methods of such governments. Stop. Their weapon against the army of police and its masters is their bland, baffling irony. Stop. By temperament, they are usually inclined to support law and order, and unlike the born rebels and enthusiasts, they prefer a tolerable state in the hand to utopias in the bush, but a stupid policy of repression and persecution on the part of their rulers soon puts an end to their loyalty. Stop. And as they are generally men with uncommon qualities of mind who often take to writing, they are very dangerous opponents, for no government, for all its host of bayonets, can extinguish the sly laughter they involve. Stop. Para. Every persecuting power that endeavors to crush liberty of thought, that will not allow free speech, raises up these two enemies and is eventually by them destroyed. Stop. It is good natured government that tolerates its cranks and temperamental rebels and takes care to keep the wits to its own side, which survives. Stop. Walpole was never so great a statesman as when he refused to persecute, thereby maintaining his own easy superiority, winning moderate, sensible men everywhere and maddening his more determined opponents. Stop. An increasing intolerance among governments is one and not the least of the evils brought about by the war. Stop. We in England too have fallen, we have hardened our hearts and softened our heads with the rest. Stop. When we held out our hands to everybody and were unsuspecting and tolerant, no doubt we were sometimes the easy prey of rascality, and it may have been foolishness on our part, but it was the kind of foolishness that brought us a host of friends. Stop. England became the home of great exiles. Stop. The new and very different kind of foolishness into which we are falling will not bring us any friend. Stop. Para. It is not pleasant to read, as I did the other day, a description by an intelligent and witty foreigner, a woman, of a stupid and high-handed action on the part of our military authorities abroad, who treated a harmless authoress as if she were a desperate criminal ready at any moment to wade in blood instead of ink. Stop. It is not pleasant to see our fellow countrymen being turned into the police of melodrama and comic opera who see spies in every bush and bombs in every handbag. Stop.